everybody, welcome to my weekly question and answer meeting that I call a Music Thursday with Greg Niemczuk. I'm very happy that we continue. Last week, unfortunately, I couldn't be with you because I was too exhausted after my two concerts. I had a concerts every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, with two different programs. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about that. And I was just, and another thing is that just before this time I played on a special event commemorating my dear friend, the choir conductor, with whom I was working in the same university for 13 years together. And my dear friend who passed away half a year ago, and so my university organized a beautiful concert, and I played two pieces of music on this. We started the whole event with this. And then after that I played, do you know what I played? You would never guess. I wanted to make people, to give the optimism to the people, so I decided to play one of my most beloved pieces of music. Every time I play it, I miss Norway. Norway, which is a country that I've played the most concerts in. I played more than 150 concerts already in Norway, and maybe some of you know it, and that's the country. When I play Grieg, my heart is there. Anyway, now I take the phone, change the camera, and talk to you. This is Mr. Chopin, this is Mr. Beethoven, of course. Dobry wieczór Państwu, po polsku też mówię, już zmieniamy kamerę. O, witam wszystkich. So the camera was today normal because last time when I played for you with this camera, my left hand was a right hand and my right hand was the left hand, so that was a little bit confusing for those of you who play the piano. So that's why I decided to do it like that. Okay. I answer your questions now. Teraz odpowiem Państwu na Państwa pytania. A Polaków zapraszam za pół godzinki, nawet trochę mniej, na mój Facebook, na fanpage Grzegorz Niemczuk, gdzie będę kontynuował to spotkanie z moimi fanami tam, głównie z Facebooka i po polsku przede wszystkim. Okay, so first question. Will you ever come to Vancouver, Canada? I'm young, so I have a lot of years to come. Well, I would love to. I must say that I am thinking about touring, actually, Canada and United States together. But that's, as you can imagine, that's quite a big project and a big challenge. And I don't think I can do it all by myself. So I would need to find people to help me with the organization, to organize this tour for me. So like the agents, impresarios, or one or a few cooperating together, because that's, it's a visa problem, two visas, because the Canadian and the United States. But this is absolutely something that I would love to do. And I promise I'm thinking about that, but just tell me that. I want to tell you that it's not so easy. Hi Bob, nice to meet you. I have a few agents because for me, I mean, it depends. Every artist has it differently. I don't have a general management, but I have one agent which is exclusively for Poland. I have one agent which is only for Japan, and I have one agent which is only for Norway, and another agent is only for South America. I think that's all for now. I'm generally speaking open to any other cooperation if it's good for me, because I also value freedom, artistic freedom, which means I will never sign a contract, like exclusive contract, which will tell me how many concerts I have to play a year, or where I cannot perform, or things like that. So freedom is the number one thing. Oi, Danilo Sousa, tudo bem? Obrigado. Sim. Permisso, I promise que vou a fazer esta analisa. My Portuguese is not that good. My Spanish is better, but I always love to hear from Brazilians because I love your country. I played there many times in the past, and I just love everything there. Everything. It's one of my favorite countries in the world. Anyway, yes, please, you have to be a little patient. I am going to do it because I am going to prepare this also for the recording, and then I will also make analysis. This analysis will be a very long, because this piece for Chopin himself was extremely important. So that is what I plan to do. Hi Piano Lofo, I will answer you, but before I have to answer another question in Polish. I think there's a question in Polish. And Lublin, tak? Witam serdecznie. W niedzielę w Lublinie zagram program złożony z utworów Edwarda Grieга oraz Fryderyka Chopina. Będę porównywał tych dwóch kompozytorów. Te same gatunki, czyli Nocturne Grieга, Nocturne Chopina, Mazurki Chopina, Tańce norweskie Griega oraz dwie sonaty. Sonatę bemol Chopina oraz piękną sonatę Griega. So, okay, excuse me. I just have to check your questions. I hope I didn't. If I missed some questions, please write them again. Mexico, Carlos. Muchas gracias. Sí. Es mi sueño también. Nunca he venido a México, nunca he tocado en México. What are your opinions of the Allegro de Concert? This is a very interesting thing. When I listened, I was actually about to make analysis in my project, but it was included. So I even started working on it, actually. I learned it, kind of. But I have to tell you that at first, when I listened to this piece for the first few times, many times actually, I didn't like it at all. That was my first impression. I didn't like it. I thought it's too heavy, too many different strange virtuoso parts that has no sense whatsoever. Hi Lind from Kazakhstan. Wow, I think you are the first Kazakh fan that writes here. Probably. Good to meet you. My friend is now in Almaty. My friend from America went there. Just now is there. Good to see you. So anyway, but then you know what happened? I found a splendid recording of Allegro de Concert by Harry Neuhaus. There is no video, only sound. He plays live. This is a live recording. Find the Neuhaus recording of Allegro de Concert. I was just jaw dropped, you know. I was just, wow, that is how it should be played. Because I read a lot about this piece. I read that Chopin was very proud of it, and it was a very patriotic piece. But nobody plays it like that. Only this man. Of course, he's missing many notes on this interpretation. This is a live performance, but he just doesn't care. He just plays. And, you know, I could feel this fire, and this is the best recording that I've ever heard. And then I started to love this piece. Any tips for the Chopin competition? Are you going to compete? Good luck. Of course, I can give you some tips, but first of all, play everything Chopin wrote 100%. And second of all, play a lot with a lot of emotions. Play all the notes, 100% notes, because some jury members just count mistakes, unfortunately, because that's the easiest way for them to do. So you have to be perfect. What else? Don't be nervous, just have fun. Because everybody is nervous, so if you will have fun, you will be different. And that's much better for jury members to listen to somebody who just have fun, rather than somebody who is stressed. Those are my tips. Brian Gunn's performance is also very good. That's the second one. But I listened to it a few times, I liked it, but now when I listen to it more than I find it a little bit too slow, a little bit too over romantic, I would say. But it's still very good. I agree. How did I become a pianist? Oh gosh, that is very interesting question. Thank you, Bishop, for that. Okay, well, I tell you. First, when I was 7 years old, I went to the music school in Poland. We have in Poland, we have music schools, there is only one school. But for the first 6 years, I was going to two schools, because one was the normal regular school, and then there was an afternoon music school when I had piano, music theory, the ear training, everything. After 6 years, I had to change the school because there was no school in my city which was the secondary level. So I went to Katowice, which was about 45 minutes from my town. So I was commuting every day. And then the next 6 years, I went to one high school, which was music high school. So I had all the subjects there, you know, the physics, maths, biology, blah, 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 Polish language, English language, everything. And also musical, the history of music, music theory, musical forms, and the ear training, and of course piano. After that, I entered the university in Katowice, where I spent 5 years there. And at the same time, on the last years of this, I started to go to a lot of master classes in many different parts of the world. Since I didn't have so much money, so I always had to try to find some scholarships, some institutions to pay me the flights mostly, because I went many times to New York City, and this was a life-changing experience for me. I found great teachers there, especially Jeffrey Swan, Menachem Pressler, David Dibal, Jerome Rose, Alexander Kobrin, many fantastic pianists who changed me. And so I think what actually really enriched me was studying with many fantastic musicians. Sometimes even I had 3 lessons with somebody, but that was enough for me for a year to improve. I played in Chopin Institute in Warsaw a few times, yes. I have played there a few times. The last time was, I think, in 2021. Yes, 2021. Do you need to be good at music theory to be a good pianist? I mean, it helps. I wouldn't say that you must, but because your passion can help you, but it helps very much to learn very fast, much faster. I use music theory to memorize pieces, to understand. You know, every single composer that you play knew music theory, as we say in Poland, in this finger, had it in this finger, which means like it was like, you know, easy. So the better you know music theory, the better you can understand the piece, and you can understand the mind of the composer who wrote it, which is necessary to perform the piece well, because, you know, music is not only technique, it's much more. What Chopin piece would you recommend to learn after the Waltz in E minor, opus posthumous, and the Nocturnes, opus 9 and 55? Wow, that's an interesting question, actually. Maybe I would recommend Etude, opus 10, number 3. This one. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Did we have any? Did you complete? Are you BHH 1988? I hope you're still here. Did you complete this Chopin project? Well, almost. Almost. That is almost every piece. There are still some posthumous pieces that because generally speaking, this project was about pieces written during Chopin's life, and actually, I mean, not sorry, what I'm talking about, not written. Everything was written. Oh my God, I was thinking about something else. Sorry. So there was pieces published during his lifetime, of course, but so the only two now I think which are missing are Allegro de Concerto and Rondo alla Mazur. Rondo alla Mazur, I'm going to record an analysis this month, my friends. This month. So keep your fingers crossed, because this month I want to record some new analysis. Then Etudes Nouvelles, exactly, BHH, exactly. Those are also pieces that I have to do, and some of posthumous. A lot of posthumous polonaises. Some of them I also plan to do in July or August. And because, you know, the thing is that this project was in a cooperation also with the Polish Ministry of Culture, of Culture, yes, and it was like a scholarship, and so I had to make all the strategy and plan, and then maybe you know, maybe you don't know, maybe you remember, maybe not, but it was like I had a deadline, so I had to do it. Well, I did mazurkas in 1 year, and then I had to do all the other pieces in the second year. So imagine to have 12 months to finish every analysis of every single piece of Chopin except mazurkas. So, and the videos were to be published every single week, sometimes 2 a week. So that was crazy. And somehow I forgot. Yes, don't kill me, but I forgot about Rondo alla Mazur. And even more strange was that I remembered about Allegro de Concerto, but then when I checked later the schedule, it was not there. But frankly, I have to tell you, it saved this project, because close to the end, when I had etudes, I was running out of time, because at the same time I had it was still COVID lockdown time, but I had one long concert tour in Norway, which took 3 weeks or even 4 weeks, I think, out of my time. So I was running out and I couldn't make it. That's why some of these videos analysis are not pianistically perfect, which some people sometimes tell me that, oh, you should play it better. Of course I should, but you know, I did all Chopin music, so it was just impossible. Now I'm recording them, so I am actually playing them much better. Dynamics, well, you have to practice your touch. start from very soft and then make more, and this is how we improve dynamic. Learning how to touch the piano. Guys, you have so many questions, and actually apparently I have to finish in 3 minutes, because in 3 minutes I'm changing to going to Facebook fan page to do the same thing like with you now, but mostly in Polish English. So if some of you wants to attend, please, you're welcome, but you have to understand that I'm gonna also talk with using the very strange language that we use in Poland. I am actually composing music, absolutely. Unfortunately, after this, it is the thing that it was a project, but I had too many concerts. I'm playing concerts, you know. The problem is that it's not enough time for everything, and I'm a workaholic, you know. I'm working a lot, but it's not enough time. But I plan to play actually one of my compositions now on the 1st of August in Warsaw. Hi, Kirsten. I almost finished now and moved to Facebook. Thank you, Classy Music, for this. Oh gosh, you asked me this question. I can't answer you now. Sorry. But just very small parts. Put the tempo, very small parts, and then put them together. Glue them together. Hubercie, i to jest właśnie bardzo dobre pytanie. Chyba mam taki charakter. Ale to nie znaczy, że ja je zaniechuję, ja je będę kończył, tylko po prostu powiem tak. Na przykład, jeśli chodzi o analizy, to gdy przyszedł czas koncertów, po prostu nie było możliwe dla mnie dalej tworzenie tych analiz, bo to jednak bardzo dużo mi zajmuje energii. Zarówno przygotowanie, jak i przede wszystkim nagrywanie tych filmów i postprodukcja, ale na przykład na muzyczny alfabet czas był, bo i jest dalej, ja wrócę do tego. Ale jednak generalnie sprawa jest taka, że koncerty, których teraz jest bardzo dużo, po prostu pochłaniają, no to jest najważniejsze, bo nie mogę zawalić koncertu, natomiast filmy akurat mogą poczekać. Ale dobrze pan napisał, dziękuję za to, bo to jest moja wada. Of course, thanks that sometimes I forget, but it never completely. You know why? Because I know every single piece, each hand separately, by heart, and that helps. So I recommend. Guys, I really have to go now. I'm sorry it's so long, but so short, but I promise to be here next week, the same time, the same day. We continue conversation, okay? I will play mazurka next week. I have to go to switch to my Facebook fan page. Bye bye everybody. Thanks for being here, and see you next week at the same time.